Hello, good afternoon. She asked the questions I wanted to ask, so I have quite a good overview about the audience. What I would like to tell you today is I would like to give you some information about the business location Vienna, so that you have a clearer picture what's going on here. And then I would like to tell you what we at the Vienna Business Agency, how we support technology companies or companies that would like to come to Vienna, what we can offer for them. So this is not working. The wrong one, okay. Okay. You might know, especially for the ones not familiar with Vienna that much, Vienna is quite known for cultural heritage, for music. But many people do not know that we are really strong business location. On the one hand, if you're looking at the quality of life, we are for the 9th time the city with the highest quality of life in the world. And this is not by chance. There are many initiatives going on in order to foster this quality of life. But besides that, also many people do not know that we are the biggest university city in the German-speaking and CE countries. We have 200,000 students here. So if you go out to the city, every 10th person is a student, and 30% out of them are international ones. So it's quite a good talent pool here, which also our companies and startups that come here use a lot. Last year, we brought 180 international businesses to Vienna. And as Markus told you, the startup ecosystem in Austria is growing a lot. Even so, in Vienna, we have a lot of international accelerator programs, incubator programs already now. And we are also the place of co-working. It's the new ones, we have 35, but with the old ones, I don't know, do you know coffee house in Vienna? Since 100 years, we are innovating and collaborating and working in co-working places. So we are, I would say, the world city of co-working spaces with our coffee houses. We have some areas of strengths in businesses. We are very strong life science city. So if you know companies dealing with life sciences, we have a very attractive environment for them. We are very strong in urban technologies, also looking at smart cities. We are very strong in creative industries, but for sure also ICT. So we have 6,000 ICT companies here in Vienna with 55,000 employees and huge players like Kapsch and others who are really world leading in their fields. This is just to give you an impression about the business location, Vienna. Now I would like to move on what we can offer for you. We have 3 strands. It's 1, real estate properties infrastructure. 2nd, we have grants. And 3rd, services. And I would like to tell you a little bit more about these 3 offers we have for you. 1 is infrastructure. So we are the biggest real estate owner for companies in Vienna. So we sell real estate, we develop real estate, we build properties and buildings. And the picture you see here, this is the biggest city development site in Europe. It's north of Vienna, it's Lakeside Aspern. And there we constructed already a technology center for technology companies to go there. And we managed to build a cluster already where big companies like world market leaders like Herbiger in drive technologies is located there with 500 people. We have a factory dealing with piloting Industry 4.0. We have a research organization that is dealing with new technologies and smart city, and this is already the testing ground. All the new buildings are connected with this LTD, and they are trying to do research and to use these new technologies at this city development site. And now we are also constructing a new building there so that we have for additional companies placed here to use this environment in order to bring their business forward. Another example is, for example, for life science startups, we recognize that they need laboratories, but they are not available. They are very expensive and hard to get. So just now we are constructing, so to say, I always say, life science laboratory co-working, so to say. So we build a laboratory, and then end of next year, hopefully, we can sell each place to life science startups. They can have a very affordable rent, a very flexible contract, so they can move in and out and use this laboratory infrastructure. And we offer that for international life science startups, but also for Viennese ones. So the ones who need it, they can get it. So this is some few examples what we are doing in the field of infrastructure, real estates, and properties. Another thing is we have funding. We have 35 million euro every year for Viennese companies or companies that would like to come to Vienna in order to innovate their products. It's a competition. It's that we pay maximum 50% of the project volume, up to 200,000 or 500,000 euros. And the attractive thing is you can also apply if you're not yet located in Vienna, and as soon as you get from a jury who decides who are the best ones and who get the grant, then you have 6 months' time to locate these activities to Vienna in order to get the grant. We have a very successful example, so many companies use that because they, especially also young companies, because they don't need to give equity, they get money, they can make the first, second prototype with this money and still have the whole ownership. And one example is for My Sugar, who was dealing with diabetic. They made a digital solution for diabetic patients, and it was just a few years ago, I think 2 years ago, the biggest exit in life sciences. They were sold to Roche, and they also used our fund in order to further innovate their product, but also for internationalization activities. And the third part is that we have a quite broad range of services. One is that we are scouting, monitoring, and connecting technology companies in Vienna, which means that we try to connect startups, SMEs, researchers, and corporates to specific topics in order to have networking experience, know-how exchange, and we also developed an individual format. It's called Co-Creation Lab, where we ask city-owned companies, but also big corporates, okay, which challenges do you have where you don't have a solution? And we organize a call and manage a process where then the ones who apply, so if you have a solution for them, it doesn't matter if you're a researcher, SME, or a startup, you can apply, and then we organize a process in order to develop a project where they later on get funding. Another thing is that we have every year 9,000 company founders in Vienna. We have quite an extensive support for these founders. We have a broad range of workshops and coachings for them. And in addition, since 5 years, we invite international startups to come here with our startup package. So it's a global competition, and we can take 20 startups that come here in 2 batches to Vienna for 2 months. It's an all-inclusive package where we pay travel costs, living costs, co-working, coaching, networking, individual dates, so everything, and also ticket to WeAreDevelopers or Pioneers Festival next week. And try also to mix and mingle them with Viennese startups and Austrian startups so that this exchange of information is fostered. Last but not least, we have a specific service for people who come newly to Vienna. It's our expert center, because we really want to give the people the feeling that they are welcome and that they have a soft landing. So for expatriates who have questions regarding schools for their children, tax system, renting a flat, etc., we have all the information for them as a service. I'm not sure if it works now, but I thought as you're sitting here in this hall without window, not seeing the city, I brought a film for you. I just will try. If it works, we can see the movie. If not, I will close the session. Let's see if it works. No, it works not. It's fine. Then, oh, my contact detail would not be bad, but how can I go back? Okay. So, We are here to connect you with others, with the Viennese scene. We also are in several international startup networks, for example, in the Start Alliance, where we are collaborating with New York City, London, Paris, Berlin, Shanghai, Tel Aviv and Dubai, and where we exchange startups from these cities that want to come to Vienna, and we bring startups from Vienna to these cities, and we can financially support that. So if you're interested in this program as well, please just get in touch with me. We are happy if we can help you, and thank you for your attention, and a very, very interesting conference this day and for tomorrow. Thank you.